Hello, pardon the camera is a little wobbly there, just due to the setup I have. And the lighting's not too great. Today I'm going to be picking two different locks for two different kind of challenges here. You've got the Not Too Dead 2700K for the subscriber number, and then the second one is going to be for that Rock Out 100, and that's for the rock out with your lockout, hitting 100 subscribers. So I'm going to try these using the Jimylongs, just kind of the wave rakes for now. We'll see if that does the trick. I'm going to start out with, and pardon me here, it is the Master Lock M115XDLF laminated padlock. So as you see, it's laminated, locked there. I actually don't even know where the key is for this one. And we'll start out with the Not Too Dead 2700K. So I kind of got into lock picking. I don't know, it's one of those weird hobbies that I feel like you kind of just pick up by osmosis. I honestly don't even remember how long ago. You'll see I have the Sparrows tuxedo set here, and that's what I started with. Was not great, did not have a real great experience with it, just because the handles were so thin. Really kind of dug into my fingers. It reminded me of, and pardon again the camera wobbling here because I'm kind of resting my forearms on the table here. Yeah, it was just not really my thing. Kind of a bummer because I wanted to like them. It did have kind of a neat little, case and everything, but yeah, it just kind of hurt my fingers. Let's switch to the other wave rake. It's a little bit smaller, and I think this one is thicker. So, yeah, these ones I actually got for a Secret Santa of a small social group I'm a part of. And the problem with this one is a lot of times this tension wrench will catch on the laminate on the lock and actually prevent you from moving it forward. Now, it has been a couple weeks since I unlocked this one, so that could also be, I'm not exactly sure where that kind of sweet spot for raking it was. So we'll see if I'm even able to get this. This is already taking longer than, maybe I'm just trying too hard to, but it's taking a little longer than it did. Oh, there we go. What do you know? All right, well, just have to talk about it. So that is for that Not Too Dead 2700K. Congrats on the subscribers. I'm going to use the same picks, and I think what we'll do, I've had quite a bit of trouble with the Brinks and the Master 140. So we'll go back to this lock actually. So I was in the Marine Corps from 2010 to 2015, and I was not into picking locks. Had I known how easy lock picking, or at least how terrible locks are, I probably would have gotten into it. This is actually the lock, there it goes. Notorious locks, of course, but this was the lock that secured my footlocker when I was at boot camp. So I'm glad nobody else figured out how to pick those. And that'll be for that Rock Out 100, so congrats on your subscribers as well. And then, just kind of as a bonus, I'm going to mess with this one. We'll use the Sparrows set for this. So this one I actually do like using the city rake, because it's not really that hard. It's a TSA approved, just for like a little small piece of luggage. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get this one actually with under or bottom of the keyway tension, because the keyway is so small. But this one really, if I can get it, I know this is an extra, but if I can get this one, it's usually pretty easy. I say generally as I have, my fat fingers trying to figure out how this works. Top of the keyway tension has been one of those things that I just have not really quite gotten the hang of. And I might just have to do bottom of the keyway. So I think we'll try that and just see if I can even get in the keyway here. It is kind of a simple lock, so really it's not even complex. If I can get the city rake in there, it might even just go. Doesn't require a whole lot of tension. And actually, I think the tolerances are so bad on these locks that, like, you could probably just stick a sharp shank in there and twist it. Of course, I'm having trouble with it, but see if we can get it. So yeah, I just kind of picked up lockpicking randomly. A couple of people at work were really into it. One of them's a retired investigator, so he had all sorts of, he had like a whole suitcase full of stuff that he showed me once, and that was kind of cool. Yeah, something with picking locks that I've really kind of learned is that tension really matters. And pardon the noises in the background here. Yeah, tension has been one of those tricky ones where sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And honestly, I feel like that's city rake, so you can kind of see, maybe the camera will pick it up, maybe not. Either way, it's a little bit wider, so in this really tight keyway that becomes a problem. So what I might try to do is, like I said, I don't like using these Sparrows ones too much because they're so thin. Now I realize I could just put handles on them, and honestly that's probably what I should do. But the general consensus is that the Jimylongs are kind of the Cadillac of picking tools, or at least they're really well regarded. I'm sure there's a million other things out there, but I for one really appreciate these ones. They made it not quite as painful. Yeah, see, I just don't think this is such a tough, small little keyway. I don't know if you can see how small that is. The keys for these are tiny also. I mean, it's just a little luggage lock. I wonder if I could just kind of not even use a tension tool on this one. I don't like to do that. Honestly, I think top of the keyway tension is probably the only way to get this one. And I wasn't having problems with it before. You know what I'll do? Sorry for making this video so long. What I'll do is I will use one of these other tension tools that I got with the excuse me, the Jimylongs set, and these might actually provide just a touch better ability to stay in the actual keyway. This might actually be too wide for the keyway, so go down a notch. But yeah, so I've really kind of enjoyed, yeah, we'll try that. We'll see if that works. Tension's a little funky, just applying the pressure correctly is really the toughest part. Because you have to be, especially because I don't have a vise. Honestly, that's probably what I need to do is pick up a small vise or something. Yeah, because I just don't have this is so small and my hands are so, large in terms of just relative, that it's not ideal for applying pressure on this. So I may give up on this one, but we'll see. Just because it is so small. Now I have gotten it before, and I'm sure everyone says that. That is one thing that I've noticed with lockpicking is I can, 1 week yeah, see, I'm just, whoa, hello. Alright, so I'm going to be clumsy. But anyway, that's something I've noticed with a lot of these locks is, I'll get these quickly today. I'll come back to them next week and I'll be like, how do I even get these, open? But yeah, these two, the Brinks, I think they're basically clones of each other, but the Brinks and the Master 140, not really having good luck with these. I've gotten both of these once. So right when I got into lockpicking, it was like the first try. They both popped for me, and then I have very, very inconsistently been able to get them to pop open for me. Some of that has to do with the raking, I think, because that's the primary method I've been using. Single picking, I've gotten this lock once, which was that Master lock, that number 3. And then this one I've gotten once, single picking. So still relatively new, still have to remind myself to keep trying, but yeah, so congrats on the subscribers, guys, and this is my entry for those 2 challenges.